Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, we're going to do a little bit of story time. Ooh, yeah. So today's story is going to be how I almost lost a wheel yesterday. In the F-150 of all vehicles. Go figure. Alright, so you guys already know I drive a lot of miles. Current mileage on this vehicle is 60,738.5. Here, I'll show you. You see it right there. There you go. 68,738 and a half miles. This means I have to get an oil change, tire rotation, whatever done pretty regularly. Gets to be about every 6 weeks or so. Haven't even had this thing for 2 years. About another month and a few days, it will be exactly 2 years that I've had this vehicle. But anyway, basically what happened is took my vehicle in, took this F-150 in to go get the usual tire rotation, oil change. And I know you guys are going to give me some grief about, why don't you change your own oil? Well, if you had to do it every 6 weeks, you have to deal with the amount of oil that you're going to go through and disposing of it properly, because I'm not the kind of person to just kind of pour it in my backyard. Not that guy. Maybe from Florida, and may seem like a very Florida man thing to do, but it's not good, guys. Don't do that kind of stuff. Which means I'd have to take it to the auto parts store and deal with that probably every other oil change, because I think this thing uses a decent amount of oil. But aside from all that madness, take this thing in roughly every 6 weeks or so. Yesterday I took it in because it's crossed over 60,000 miles and it was due for, another, tire rotation, oil change. And as usual, the industry, as you guys have probably already seen in my prior videos, is struggling with mechanics, the amount of work coming in, so it's kind of hard for them to get work done in a timely manner, and I understand this, I get it. So, dropped my truck off first thing in the morning yesterday, and then toward the end of the day, they give me a call and say, hey, your truck's done, you can come get it. Go there, hop in the thing, pay my bill, and start driving down the road. And I went and measured it on Google Maps, about 0.4 miles, and I felt like a little wobble. And at that time, I looked in my mirror, and thank goodness I got the big tow mirrors. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So from this perspective, if you look in that lower spot mirror, it's kind of hard to tell from this angle, but you can actually see the blackness of the tire in the bottom of the tow mirror. And I do that on purpose because, so I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I do have a commercial driver's license. I'm not the big badass Class A guy, but I am a Class B straight truck driver. So I usually have the mirrors adjusted so that I can kind of sort of see where the rear end of the vehicle is. That way, if I'm turning a corner, I can see if I'm going to, go through somebody's lawn if I have to avoid something. So when I looked in the mirror, I looked down and I said, oh, I can actually see the tire go like this, like in the mirror. And I was just like, whoa, that's not right. So I stopped immediately. Got out, looked over, lug nuts are loose, and there's metal shavings at the bottom of my wheel. Wasn't super happy about that. So first thing I did is I called my service writer, the guy I deal with pretty regularly, and he immediately, I feel bad for him, man. He immediately apologized like 1,000 times and said, we're going to get this dealt with immediately. We're going to get this corrected. We are definitely not going to leave you hanging on this. And within minutes, the service manager rolls up in a brand new F-150, damn near throws the door open on the pickup truck before he can even get to a stop to come out and see what's going on with the truck. One of the things that we were both thankful for is that the wheel stayed on the truck and that it didn't come completely off. And had I made it a little bit further down the road, I'd have got to the traffic light and gone out on a road where the speed limit's 50 miles an hour. At 50 miles an hour, tire and wheel is kind of like a missile when it comes off. And depending on where physics takes it, it could have, gone up and through the bed and off the road or wherever, but it didn't. So thank goodness for that. And right about the time he rolled up, within, I don't know, maybe another minute tops, 2 more techs roll up in another vehicle with an impact so that they can get the lugs tightened and everything. And service managers telling me we're going to fix everything, even if there's a scratch on anything, you're getting all brand new parts. No charge to you. By the way, your service was done today, credited off. Do you want a rental car? We're getting you a rental car. I was like, no, I don't need one right now. I mean, if you guys can't figure it out by Monday, that's different, but I'm good. Just, you know, get it straight. You know, we'll be all right. So literally just walked off with the engine running, keys in it, door wide open, and hopped back in with my ride and went back to the house. Today I picked it up, and they did exactly what they promised. They actually replaced the wheel, the actual alloy wheel that's back there, because they said it was scratched just a little bit on the inside and they didn't even want to take any chances. They replaced the studs, and unfortunately they changed out my lug nuts for some more OEM ones, and I asked them about that, and a service writer says, you know what, sorry about that. I'll credit your next service. So I guess I got another free oil change, which isn't bad because I do them so often that it's kind of nice. So there you go. I guess I'll take you guys out and show you the brand new wheel that's on my truck. So this is what the wheels normally look like. This is 60,000 miles worth of just normal driving, and you know, I'm actually a fairly decent driver, so I don't curb the crap out of my wheels. But over here, this is the brand new one. So like I said, they replaced the wheel itself, which is why this one's a little bit shinier than the one on the other side. They replaced the lug nuts, and they replaced the studs. They also said that they checked around just to make sure nothing else got bumped, dinged, or damaged, and they would have replaced that stuff too. But as you can see, had that come off the pickup truck, this beautiful aluminum bed probably would have taken an impact, and that probably would not have been good. And then the one good thing is that the wheel being on this side, if this would have came off, would have probably gone on, you know, to the right side of the road. If it would have been on the other side, it would have gone into oncoming traffic, which would have been horrible. So I think everybody kind of understood the degree of issue here. But one thing that they did tell me was the guy that did the work is brand new tech. Obviously, as I've mentioned before, all mechanic type trades right now are struggling. You know, if you need a service guy, or even the people at like Jiffy Lube, those kind of places, they're struggling to find people because there's just not enough of them out there. So this guy apparently was fresh out of school, and he just forgot. You know, I can't fault him for that. I'm sure they'll you know, use this as a training thing. The service manager, when he came out, took pictures of it and told me immediately that they were going to use that for training. And overall, I did get to see kind of what this mishap would have cost if I would have done it on my own. And, you know, like if I wouldn't have done it and I'd had to go get everything replaced myself. And it came out to $1,144. So that's, you know, $1,100 and basically $50 that the dealership just ate. And I know that, you know, probably a third of that's just pure profit. But the fact is that, you know, they're still out, you know, an alloy wheel, some studs, and lug nuts for a guy forgetting to tighten some lugs. But anyway, I'm not upset about it, but I just thought you guys should be aware. Makes for an interesting story. I'm alive, truck's not damaged, dealership got it squared away, so no complaints here. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video. Love to each and every one of you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Hopefully it won't rain today.